And self-doubt is a tricky thing, and sometimes it seems like it's something that can, kind of really sabotage everything you want to do as an artist, And I had to learn the real way to get through, to destroy, or at least hinder for some time self-doubt. Because you're always gonna have moments to where, you may think on the inside, am I sure that I can do this? Do I really believe enough? But a lot of times if you just don't say it out loud, that will help you. But I really want to show you how to get to the root of the self-doubt, and then I want to tell you what you can do to practically eliminate it, and at least in that area to where you're wanting to complete a task or achieve your goal in music, right? So first you have to understand that self-doubt comes from the root of your identity in whatever it is that you want to do and what you believe about yourself pertaining to that task or that dream or that goal. Like, to give you an example so you can really grasp this, it's like if you grew up in the country and you were, say, on a farm and you were milking cows and feeding chickens and pigs. That's your normal everyday routine. You know how to do that. You're confident in doing that. You believe in yourself when it comes to do that. You don't even doubt yourself that you're going to be able to milk these cows in the morning. But if a friend or someone told you, okay, we're gonna live in the city, and you've never lived in the city before, you never lived in the city before, excuse my English, and it's gonna seem like some big thing, something hard, something foreign, and the moment you think about doing it, you may doubt that you can do it and you can do it well. You may be a little afraid, you may feel fear, you may feel anxiety. Simply because your experience in it. You don't have enough experience in it, and that's the key word, experience. And what you have more experience in is milking cows and feeding chickens and pigs. So the thing is, I'm using the farm as a metaphor, right? So the metaphor of the farm is like the thing that you're used to. Consider it like your beliefs, your habits, the way you grew up, the things you know. That's what the farm is. And the city is the new thing, it's the goal, it's the dream, it's something that you want to get far in. So if you could get more experience in that thing that you don't know much about, believe it or not, that's going to change everything. Now, how can you get experience when you don't go there, you haven't been there? How could you get the experience? And it's the magical thing right between your eyes, and it's in your mind. It's called your imagination. Your imagination. Your imagination is said to be more powerful than knowledge. That quote comes from Einstein. And he said that imagination is more important than knowledge. So the technique that I can tell you that I know that works for me is you have to imagine yourself doing what you want to do. You have to imagine it over and over. And if you imagine it over and over, and you not just think about it, imagine. I mean, you have to indulge in the imagination. Like, for instance, you can do something like let's say if you were nervous about performing in front of an audience, then what you would want to do is you would want to rehearse, and you actually do your songs and hold a microphone or hold something that's like a microphone. And when you look out before you, even though you're in your garage or wherever you at, you close your eyes and imagine yourself in front of the audience. In front of, maybe you want to be in front of tens of millions of people, so you can imagine yourself in a big arena or something. You can imagine yourself being on television. You can imagine the crowd, and you can't just think about it. You have to, okay, I can hear the crowd. You got to listen to the crowd, and you got to look at the people. When you close your eyes, you got to see the people raising out their hands towards you, yelling out towards you, enjoying the song. You imagine that. And when you imagine that, you're actually getting an experience. You know, I was looking at this video from a guy that I admire a lot, and I listen to him a whole lot. I believe he's passed now, but his name is Bob Proctor, and he told a story about, I can't remember every detail, so I'm just gonna get the important parts of it. But he told a story about doctors putting some type of they were telling these basketball players to imagine themselves shooting the ball and making the shots, and then they had another group of players just shoot the shots. And they found that the group that imagined being successful getting the ball in the hoop, that group was actually more successful than the other group, just because they imagined it. And they found that the same way that your heart beats whenever you're going through the motion in your mind, it's the same exact thing that your blood does and your heart does when you're doing it in real life. And it was said that your mind can't tell the difference between something you vividly imagine and something that is not really happening. If it's being imagined or if it's really happening, your brain doesn't know the difference. So that's the way you can get rid of self-doubt. Through that technique, it'll leave faster just from getting the experience. So I want you to try that out, and I want you to see if that doesn't help you change and eliminate self-doubt in that area.